right, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Beef Up Front podcast. This is your host Ryan Coyle, and today I'm joined by a special guest as we have Hysier Miller, a Division One basketball recruit out of the Philadelphia area. How you doing, Hysier?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me, Ryan.
Just so for people who don't really know much about you for on the show, if you just wanted to introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Hysier Miller from South Philadelphia. I attend Newman Grady High School. I'm 17 years old, and I love basketball.
All right, sounds good. Like you said, you're from South Philly, so you're a Philly guy. How has life been like for you over the past few months in regards to basketball because of the virus? Like, how have you been training? How's it been like with AAU cancellation? Because you're going into your senior year, so that's really the spring/summer is the big AAU year for high school basketball players. So how has that all impacted you, and how have you kind of made this into like a positive rather than a negative, you think?
You know, we missed the AAU season, so you ain't getting seen by college coaches, but you just gotta stay positive. And you gotta have that inner drive, even though you're not playing. You gotta be able to work with what you got. Like if you can't get into a gym, work out at home. If you can't find a way, it should be no excuses. So I took the time. Of course I wanted to play, but if I can't play, I'm going to train as much as possible. So if it go mean going shooting outside court or getting in the gym, I'm going to be there. If it mean working out in my room, I'm going to get it done. So it was tough, but it's God's plan. So you got to stay positive and keep working so you can be ready when the time comes. Instead of have to get ready, you are already ready. So that's the
Yep,
way I
that's a
handled it.
that's a thing. Always, that's a great saying. Always stay ready, so you never have to get ready. But I always see on Twitter, there's videos of you throughout the city, whether it's running or working out and stuff, and it's always Coach. Is it Coach Brennan who's always posting those videos?
Yes. Hmm.
Can you just describe what he's been like as like a mentor and a coach to you throughout all this? I mean, it's definitely great to have a guy like that to rely on and help you out to achieve your dreams.
Coach John's been great. He more than like just a basketball coach. He a life coach because he help you with stuff outside of basketball. That's what's most important. So he
Uh
like
huh.
he focus on basketball, but also he help you with life and like life at the basketball. He just like the full package. You can get everything out of him. Like it's just not
Yeah.
just basketball when it comes to Coach John. That's what makes him unique.
Is he a assistant for Newman?
Yes,
Okay. So and it sounds like he's got a bright future in coaching. Would you say?
yes, he's got a break
So
more than a lot of people.
okay. So you haven't, or you and like your teammates or coaching staff, I assume like you've all like talked. Is there any doubts when it comes to the season happening, or have you heard anything or talks about being delayed, or if it's going to start on time, or it's kind of all in the air as we go right now?
I'm not sure, but even like the fall sports are supposed to start on time, like football. PIAA announced something that says it's going to start on time. So if all of them go well, we shouldn't expect nothing different. I do think we won't have many people there at the games, obviously,
Yeah.
but they got like a vaccine or something. They supposed to be testing
Uh huh.
real soon, be positive, and hope for the best.
Okay. So, like we were saying with coronavirus impacting a lot of stuff with you and all basketball players throughout the country, what has the recruiting process been like? I mean, I assume it's been like restricted a lot to like Zoom meetings and whatnot, but can you just kind of dive into what that's been like for such a high profile guy like yourself?
It's been different, because a lot of schools they want to see you play in person, and like a lot of schools, during our high school season they're playing as well NCAA. So it's tough, but they reach some schools are reaching out and stuff like that through Zoom, through messages, and we just conversate and just hope for the best. Hope to get up to the schools when they're allowed to, and hope to just play and
Yeah.
watch us.
Uh-huh. Have you been able to visit like any campuses? I know like most people don't start doing that until like their junior year, like in the spring and summer, because, but like obviously that's been affected by the virus. Have you been able to go to any schools or visit any campuses?
Earlier and before the season started, like September, last summer, I visited Drexel, I visited Ryder, uh, and I visited Wagner. I haven't visited anything since I think October, so it's been
Okay.
like none of the schools like who've been reaching out to me lately. I haven't seen none of them.
Yeah. So, like we were saying, you're a Philly kid out of Newman Grady, and your style of play, from what I've seen limited videos, I've seen you play in person a few times. You just have that Philly guard kind of style of play where you're a very fast player, very tenacious defender. You got explosive leaping ability. You can handle the ball, and you know how to score at will. What do you say to like our viewers that what goes into being a Philly guard, and how do you feel that style of play will carry you to success going forward?
I think dedication, toughness, and understanding that it don't matter how good you think you are. There's always more work you could put in. It's always more hours. It's always you can always go harder. If you think you push
Hmm.
yourself to the limit, go past that limit. There should be no barriers. And our competitiveness as a fully guard and working hard and like the love of the game is passion. If you really truly love something, you're gonna do whatever it takes to win. That's what anything in life. If you love something, you're gonna do whatever it takes for you to be successful with what you love.
Gotcha. I love that. So, like I was kind of touching on a little bit earlier with recruiting, two of your most recent offers that I saw on Twitter are Temple and Penn, which obviously right here in the city. Does when you're choosing your future school, is the distance from home and the ability to play in front of your friends and family, is that going to weigh into your decision, or are you kind of hoping to get out of the city and make a name for yourself somewhere else?
Location doesn't really matter. It's all about the relationship that you build with the coach, how comfortable you are, being at a place, where you're going to have to eventually might be there for 4 years and stuff like that. So I think what's big for me is like the relationship, the comfortability and things like that.
Hmm.
Having some security about being secure about the location and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But being in the city or being anywhere in the country, it doesn't really matter to me. As long as I got that connection and I feel a good feel.
All right. So we were touching on earlier, you attend Newman Grady, which for those who listening don't or aren't familiar, they're a state powerhouse, a national powerhouse when it comes to high school basketball, and they're known for producing Division I guards. They've had guys like Quade Green who's played at Kentucky. He's now at Washington. Jaquan Newton, he was like the city's like all-time leading scorer in the Catholic League. He went on to Miami. Christian Inks, he's at Ryder now. The list goes on, and you're the next kind of guy in that legacy. What is it like to play in a backcourt? I mean, I assume there's like a bunch of pressure that goes along with that, but the like honor and tradition of playing for Newman Grady, can you guys go into what that's like?
Um, there's no pressure, because when you're a basketball player, it's all the same. But you
Hmm.
got a lot of people that's like, it's got a good tradition. You get to go against them guys most of the time at Newman during the summer. So it's just like what's expected because all them guys did so much great stuff. You gotta kind of follow it, but they don't just want you to follow their legacy. They want you to be better than them. So like, if you talk to Friday and stuff like that, he don't want you to just be like him. He wants you to
Hmm.
be better than him, and like so he'll push you if he there to be better than him. So it's like it's really like a brotherhood. And they accepted me. I've only been there for a year, and everybody love you around there. Newman's like a big family. As
Uh-huh.
far as long as I've been there.
Where'd you transfer in from?
Martin Luther King High School with Sean Coulson.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
guy is
Coach
great.
Colson.
It's
Yeah.
great.
So you've had the honor of playing for two of the best coaches in the area, really, with Coach Carl as well, right?
Yes, Coach Carl and Coach Sean, both great coaches. Coach Sean, he's tremendous and like in the way he coach and teach, like to help me get where I'm at now was great because like a lot of times I was younger, I didn't really understand most of the stuff he was telling me. I understood it, but it was hard for me to adapt. When I'm
Hmm.
trying, because you playing a team when you one of the better players on the team and like the talent is not always there. It's hard when you just want to score and do this, but when he teach the game the right way, say if I probably can take a contested shot, but if I make the one more pass, the correct play when you got to make anywhere else,
Hmm.
they might miss. So sometimes, I'm young, I don't want to make that pass, but he
Yeah.
made sure he instilled it, make that pass no matter what the circumstances, and it actually helped me in the long run. When I'm at Newman, playing the right way, being a
Uh,
point guard, and being a team player. That's what he instilled in me.
Yeah, I play Division III basketball actually, and going into my senior year of high school, I worked out with Coach Sean sometimes, and that hot ass Martin Luther King gym, he was
Yeah.
making me run full court sprints and doing the slide shuffle across the court. I
Oh
know all those
man.
drills. Yeah, the
Mm,
killers get low. That's all I hear in the back of my head right now.
those are the worst days at practice, man. But it only made us
Yeah.
better. So
Yeah, definitely make you better going forward. So going forward, do you have a timeline on when you want to make your college choice, or is it all kind of getting pushed back because you actually want to go out and visit schools and whatnot?
I do think I want to make the decision like fall, early fall, but that's just what I want to do. But I still can't.
Uh-huh.
I don't always feel comfortable with making a decision and being at a place I didn't get to see, like, and get a feel
Yeah.
for. So when I be able to take these visits and stuff like that, I think I will know for sure. But I'm hoping early fall, to get out of the way and
Okay.
focus on my senior season.
Yeah. So how do you feel like the competition? I mean, you were just touching on you played at Martin Luther King, which is in the public league, which is always very competitive, but the PCL is kind of that another notch above. How do you feel playing in the PCL will help you get ready for college and eventually professional basketball, as I assume your goals are?
To touch on the pub league, basketball league, that league is great. It's just a lot of
Uh-huh.
teams who, it's like it's a lot of teams in the public league. But the one thing about the public league, they play extremely hard. But it's not maybe not be the best basketball, but they play hard enough that they can. They are if a public team they play a Catholic league team, they wouldn't get blown out the waters early because they have plenty.
Yeah.
They wouldn't back down. That's one thing
Mhm.
about the public league. But the Catholic league, it prepares you for the next level and the next level after that because you're if you not all schools, but if you at the right school, like Newman Grady, it teach you all the stuff that you need to learn to be a basketball player. Like it teach you how to play the game. You know, we emphasize jump stopping. We emphasize all the right things, one more passes, play the right way. We don't need no heroes. Everybody like we emphasize that team thing. And that's
Mhm.
why, you know, you can be successful at the next. We teach you how to cut. Well, not me, but they teach you how to cut. Of course, I will in the future. But we
Yeah.
teach you how to cut. We do a lot of stuff with footwork. That you would because you're not gonna have that ball all the time at the next level. You gotta run off a
Mhm.
screen, maybe. You gotta be able to jump stop, reverse pivot. You gotta be able to NBA cut. You gotta be able to do a lot of stuff. And I feel like a lot of times we do that in Newman already.
All right. So, I mean, we were touching on earlier being a Philly guard, and that's kind of your style of play. Would you say you model your game after anyone from Philly specifically, or is there another guy from some other part of the country that you would model your game after?
I don't truly model my game after nobody, but I take notes from a lot of players, because there's so many good players out here that if you're a student of the game, it's all part of the game. Taking. If you listen to rap music, rappers still all the older people verses and stuff like that. It's just how it go.
Mhm.
So I'm a
Yeah.
student of the game. My favorite player is Damian Lillard. I watch a lot of players: Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Chris Paul. Trey Young. You got to just be a student of the game and learn and try to implement all the stuff that's working for them guys in your game slowly but surely. That's what I try to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, watching you, I mean, have you ever thought about this? You kind of remind me of Russell Westbrook with a better, more consistent outside jump shot, just because of that
He's
energy
pretty
and effort
explosive.
that you always play with.
Mhm. I think that's a good comparison. The only thing he can just jump extremely far. I got good hops. I can jump. But Russell
Uh-huh.
Westbrook, he's just a different type of athlete.
He's different.
Hopefully, I'll get there. Yeah, but I like that comparison. But I like the Dame comparison a little bit better because me and
Uh-huh.
him both like my range is unlimited. Like I can't wait to show it off because I've been working so hard on
Yeah.
it. But when you want a stacked team and a team, you don't really have to show everything. You just gotta do just enough to win. You don't want
Yeah.
to go outside the game plan and then stuff start going left for your team.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy just the amount of talent you guys had last year. All Division I starting five. Jordan Hall going to he only averaged about what, like 12 points a game, but what with like eight
Mm-hmm.
assists, 9 rebounds, something like that. Like, and he won MVP of the PCL, right?
He was first team, but Rasul
Oh, his
Diggers
first
won
team.
MVP, but he was
Oh,
first
okay.
team.
Yeah, I mean, you
Tremendous.
guys, you guys are such a complete team, like you were saying. You all follow the game plan and do what's best for each other, and that's just going to benefit you going forward as a basketball player. But looking ahead to your senior season, can you lay out just individual and team goals that you're looking to accomplish?
When people always ask me like individual, I never think of myself as like, of course that's a thought, but I'm a team first player. So whatever I gotta do to help my team win, even if that's like even if I had to do something as an individual, I'll do it. But I'm never thinking about myself. I always think about how I could better my teammates, become a better teammate because basketball is a team sport. Like second
Mm-hmm.
to football because ain't no team more important than a football team. Then is your basketball team in second because
Yeah.
you got the offensive line. But I'm a team player. But if I had any individual goals, that's just one. Win by any
Yeah.
means. If I got 0 and I got 10 assists and we win, I'm fine with
Uh-huh.
that. That's the type of person I am. I like to win.
Gotcha.
But individual
Team
goals,
goals, state championship, PCL
PCL champ,
championship.
state chip, every championship.
Yeah.
Of
The
course, beat Roman
usual.
Catholic, beat Archbishop Wood, them schools.
Yeah. It'll be exciting. Another year in the PCL. It's always exciting to follow. But last question here. Thanks again for taking some time out of your schedule to talk to me. Just going forward, what do you want to get out of basketball? I mean, some people play just for the love of the game. It sounds like you have a big love for it. Others are chasing legacies and fame, scholarships, financial wealth, all that stuff. What's your purpose when you step out onto the basketball court? What's your goal every time?
When I step on the court is to win, but when you getting a Division 1 looks and you got an opportunity to go to school for free, you want to take advantage of it. You don't want to just be on somebody's campus just for basketball. You want to make sure
Hmm.
you get your degree. You want to make sure they better you as a person. So when I think about basketball, I just want to, I want to win. I want to do all the good stuff like go pro, hopefully, have a good college career. But I want to get a good degree. I want to hopefully make some money so I can invest in like what I want to do after basketball. Like people always ask you, "What's life after basketball?" I want to be a homeowner. I want to own homes. Like I want
Hmm.
to eventually be able to own some homes and rent them
Real
out and
estate.
make profit, stuff like that. Jump right into stuff like that. You know, that's like one of my goals after basketball. But hopefully
Okay.
basketball can put me in a good enough position to make it easier.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thanks again, man, for hopping on to talk to us for a few minutes. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to following you in your senior season, and I mean, and eventually throughout your college career. Thanks again, everyone. Hysier Miller, Newman Grady guard. Look out for him this upcoming season for a big senior year. Thanks again, Hysier.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me. Appreciate you.